All right. Hey, it's Friday. My running camera gag is back. So I guess we all know what this means. The show is El Fuego, which means this show is fire because my camera gag is always going now. So, all right, I got to fix that real quick. But anyway, what up? Welcome to another edition of BrickWall Reviews. It's Friday, so we all know what that means. It is WandaVision Day. Yeah. Hold up. Well, hold up. Not my microphone. No. It is WandaVision Day, which means I'm here giving my review like I do every week. Oh, had to make sure my sound was working. But yeah, I'm here giving my review of the latest episode of WandaVision. Yep. That's right, guys. Episode 5. That's where we at. That's where we at. So before I get started, I want to remind you guys to make sure that you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you love this content here, if you like this content, if you think this content is just a little bit cool, what we do here on BrickWall Reviews, make sure that you leave a like down in the comments, down in the like section down below. And if you really, really like our content, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do videos here every week. We we do anime reviews, we do film reviews, and we just did a really interesting video for Black History Month. Hope you guys check that out. And just check out all our videos. Come on, we make these videos every week, do them live. So if you want to hop in the chat section and chat with us anytime, if you want to hop in the chat section and talk with me about tonight's episode, go ahead and do that. I would love to engage in conversation. We love to engage in conversations on all of our videos, so make sure you guys do that. So getting into what we're talking about tonight, come on, you guys already know I'm here. WandaVision, episode 5. If you guys have not been following this series so far, come on, pick it up. Come on, pick up the pace. You can binge the first 5 episodes right now on Disney Plus. Come on, like you don't even have to wait like I did. Like I had to wait. I've been spending like 4 weeks because we got the first 2 episodes at the same time. I spent 4 weeks just sitting there waiting hopelessly for a Friday so I can watch those episodes and then come here and do the reviews. You can binge the first 5 now. But anyway, coming off of the high horse that was last week's big review episode, I have been pumped. I've been ready. Unfortunately, I was a victim of certain leaks. So I somehow always end up a victim of a leak or a spoiler. But it's okay because I didn't believe it. I took it for a grain of salt. But man, oh man, when we get to, and I'll get to that, it's a spoiler warning right now. When I get to this reveal, when I get to this big spoiler, you're going to be shocked and surprised. You're like, what? I have to see that now. It was amazing. So this episode of WandaVision, it picks up in the 80s era. We are now in 80s era television, our 80s era WandaVision. Why didn't I just use that pun? I'm kind of useless right now. Anyway, so we are in the 80s era of the WandaVision. They have the kids, the twins that were born in episode 3. So it opens up with Wanda taking care of the kids. It's her and Vision sitting there trying to get the kids to stop crying. Really basic, really nice little family premise there. Then guess who enters? Agnes, our favorite, the internet's favorite part of this series, in which the internet loves to theorize about who is Agnes. What is she really doing? I bet she's evil. She's just something going on that just isn't right about Agnes. Everyone does that. And this week kind of makes me think on the same wavelength as you guys. Sorry, I got tongue tied. So Agnes enters into the scene. Okay, cool. Doing her regular, hey guys, I'm here and I'm Agnes and whoopa doopa doopa. No, she doesn't say whoopa doopa doopa. But anyway, she enters and she offers to help take care of the kids. Vision goes into full papa mode. I understand. Vision goes to full dad mode. Hey, make sure you hold the head. Make sure you do this. You wash your hands. Oh, wait, how long? When's the last time you even touched the baby? And so then everything stops. Agnes then goes and says this one line that you hear in the trailer. So this isn't a spoiler. She says, should I run that line again? And this is where we start this tension, because remember, it was episode 3. Yes, it was definitely episode 3 where Vision starts to get suspicious about the things that are going on in the town of Westview, New Jersey, right? Vision starts to get real suspicious back in episode 3, starting to wonder if something's not right here. You know, we get one of the neighbors telling him that something's not right, or hinting at him rather that something's not right. Agnes was also there too. It was really interesting. So Vision is like, at this point, he's like, hold on, what was that all about? It's like a really tense moment between Wanda and Agnes. He's like, yo, Wanda, what was that all about? Wanda's like, hey, dog, don't trip. It was nothing. She didn't really say it like that, but come on, like, watch the episode, because I'm giving like paraphrase right here. Like, hey, dog, don't trip. Nothing to worry about. Vision like, bro, no, something not right. Something's not right here. What is going on? Wanda's like, listen, dude, I got this. I got it. Don't worry about it. Just relax, okay, Vision? Relax. I got it. Vision's not buying it, but then, of course, the baby stopped crying, right? So then they look over, and the babies are now kids. Yeah, because remember how in episode 3, Wanda's pregnancy? Oh, man, I feel like such a nerd talking about this. But I do remember back in episode 3. Anyway, in the 3rd episode of the series, Wanda's pregnancy kind of went pow, pow, pow. It was just moving on real rapidly. So now her kids just suddenly, her babies went from babies to kids, like real size kids. Then we get our whole cute little theme song title sequence, which I thought was pretty funny. A nice riff on some of the 80s shows. I didn't really watch a lot of 80s shows that didn't star black people, just because I wasn't exposed to them. I wasn't a Full House type of guy. I was more of a Family Matters, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, even though that was in the 90s. But anyway, case in point, or whatever the case may be. So that has really nice, fun title sequence there. It's really nice, really heartwarming, really wholesome. And then we get right back into the real world, outside of what Darcy refers to as the Hex. And I like it. I like it better than the Westview anomaly or the Maximoff anomaly, whatever the heck else they were calling it. I like calling it the Hex. So, I was calling it the Hex. Hold up. Go back to one of my last videos for this series. I think I referred to it as the Hex. Darcy done stole my idea, or I saw one of the scripts early. Whichever one floats your boat. Anyway, so they call it the Hex. Darcy, excuse me. I'm looking at my notes, guys. Got my notes in front of me. So it starts off with in the real world, outside of the Hex, with Monica Rambeau. She's pretty much getting checked, getting all these different tests ran on her just because she just exited from the Westview anomaly or from the Hex. So what happens is I think she gets like an X-ray, and they say, well, it came back blank. We need to run it again. We need to run some more blood tests. She's like, nah, bro, I want to figure out what's going on now. So they all go and get the brief. You get a really nice recap on the Age of Ultron events regarding Wanda and Pietro, or Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. You get a really nice recap there. Of course, the recap stops short at Civil War because, at that point, we all were invested in the MCU. We all knew about Civil War. We know that story, blah, 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 blah. So that's when Monica's pretty much arguing the case for Wanda, like, hey, no, Wanda's not dangerous. She's not doing this to pose a threat to anybody. If she were, then I would have been dead when I came out of the Hex, because she threw me out, but she protected me. She's not doing anything with ill intent. Something else is going on. They say, oh, really? So you want to back that up? Huh? You willing to put your life on that? So what they do is they show Monica and the audience, of course, they show video footage from SWORD of Wanda breaking into the facility, which has been long theorized, right? It's been theorized since the beginning of the show that Wanda broke into SWORD to recover Vision's body, right? So we finally get to see what that was, only through surveillance video, though, which leads me to believe that, yes, at some point we are definitely going to get the full story of what happened with Wanda, like on Wanda's side. So we're going to definitely get Wanda's side of the story. We're on 5. I say episode 6 is definitely going to be a Halloween episode that everyone's been really excited for. the highly anticipated Halloween episode. So I'm thinking probably about episode 7. We're gonna get Wanda's side of the story, and then we'll get 8, and then we'll get 9, and then it's rumored to be a 10th episode. Who knows? Anyway, so they show Wanda going in, recovering Vision's body, and she's doing it like in a kind of a hostile way. I mean, of course, breaking in somewhere is illegal, and go figure, this kind of goes against the Sokovia Accords. There's a section of the Sokovia Accords, thanks Jimmy Woo for giving us that information, that prohibits them from doing what Wanda just did. Also, it infringes upon Vision's rights because he never wanted to be used as a weapon, and that was his fear. He never wanted to be brought back to be utilized as a weapon. So there's a lot of shady things going on, and I'm starting to think SWORD may not be the heroes that we think they are. I'm starting to think a little bit like S.H.I.E.L.D., where S.H.I.E.L.D. was corrupt in some places, but not corrupt. Interestingly enough, maybe Hydra might still be around. Who knows? Maybe some type of shady organization may still be around. Who knows? It's really interesting. So they're trying to figure it out, right? So that's their mission, is to figure out, especially Monica, her mission is to figure out how can we talk to Wanda? How can we figure out what exactly the heck is going on? Because this isn't right. Something's not right here. These pieces just are not adding up. So we go back into the Hex. Should I finish the story? No, I'm going to go back into the Hex. So we go back into the Hex, and we see Wanda's kids. Oh, I should have wrote their names down. Billy and Tommy. Tommy and Billy. I don't know. If I'm wrong with the names, correct me in the comment section. So we see her 2 kids. They're washing a dog in the sink. They go through this whole little thing about having a dog, and they name the dog Sparky. Of course, Agnes comes by, and this is another part that makes me suspicious about Agnes, and also gets Vision on high alert. So Vision comes down. He's all dressed up, has like clothes on. Wanda's like, "What are you all dressed up for?" He goes, "Oh, just in case we get any unexpected guests." All of a sudden, knock, knock. It's Agnes with a doghouse. Okay, they just got the dog 10 seconds ago, and you walking in here with a doghouse. She's like, "Oh, I saw from." She's like, her character is kind of like in the sitcom world. Take all the conspiracy about WandaVision away. Her character is the nosy neighbor that always knows something going on in the house, like 10 seconds after the people inside the house find it out, it was always a sitcom trope. Like throughout any era of sitcom, there was always a neighbor, or in modern day, it's a coworker now that always shows up like, "Hey, I heard you guys had a fire in the barbecue. How would you know?" "Oh, I was just jogging down the street." "In my neighborhood?" "Yeah, even though I live 10 blocks away." This was I had too much fun with that. It's a common trope. So I mean, that's the role that she's playing in the sitcom. But of course, us Marvel fans, us theorists, us people who get on here and talk about these episodes endlessly, we know that there's something else going on there. We just can't put our finger on it. Why? We can't put our finger on it. So we go ahead and we go back outside of the Hex. I'm kind of jumping around. I don't want to give too much away. But so we go back outside of the Hex, and they figure out a way. Monica, Jimmy Woo, and Darcy are all trying to figure out a way to communicate or get back into the dome to talk to Wanda, to figure out exactly what's going on, and figure out how they can stop it, or they can come to a different solution. So Monica finds out the clothes she wore were bulletproof, and that they materialized from the bulletproof vest she had on into actual clothes, which is really interesting. So they figured that in order to get something inside of the Hex without it turning or morphing into something else, they would have to send something that matches what the Hex is at that time. So, I mean, when you watch the episode, this sentence makes total sense because they sent an 80s bait, like a drone from the 80s, or with 80s technology into the Hex, and that's how they're able to not be compromised when they get in there. Another thing that happens is Vision goes back to his job that we haven't seen since episode 2 or whatever. And while he's helping them set up like computers and stuff like that with internet technology and things like that, a message comes through on the computer, and it's giving him all this information about what's going on with Wanda, how Sword is involved. It's giving him all the tea. Like that computer took the tea and said, spill, spill, spill. Vision's like, yo, what the heck is going on? So then he looks at his coworker that's there with him. He stands up, touches his head, and all of a sudden, coworker snaps out of it and starts freaking out. Oh, I've been here for how long has it been? Boy, I need to call someone. Get me out of here. Make it stop. And reveal some very key information. Now, I definitely think you should watch and find out. I think you should watch all this episode, regardless of the spoilers I give. But definitely watch this episode, man. But he goes and gives out all this information, which makes Vision even more suspicious than he was already. So then we go back to the kids inside of the Hex. And after the drone was sent in, all that good stuff, this is one of the parts that made me so hyped. I watched this episode twice. So nice, I watched it twice. And that was Wanda actually comes outside of the Hex to directly confront Sword. And when I tell you, like, she came out of there like a parent who comes out of the bedroom and goes to see the kids in the living room and says, hey, I'm dragging you out here now. I don't want to have to come back out here. If I have to come back out here, there's going to be some problems. And that's how Wanda came out there. Like, if I got to come back out this here Hex, if y'all don't leave me alone, it's on. But she comes out there, again, like I said, guns blazing, ready to go, throws the drone at them and everything. Tells them basically, yo, stay out my business. Mind your business and now mind mine. Just leave me alone. So Monica comes up to us like, yo, listen, Wanda, like, you have to trust me. Like, you know I'm an ally. You protected me when you shot me out of the Hex. You let me in. You let me help you deliver your kids. What, you know I'm your friend right now. Like, you trust me. Somewhere inside, you trust me. Tell me, talk to me. How can I help you? Wanda's like, bro, nothing you can do, man. So she goes back inside the Hex, and it is crazy, man, like crazy. So at this point, we end up getting a commercial. Yes, it's been about a week since we've had a commercial. It's so weird. We went the first 3 episodes with commercials, then went 1 week without one. We're back to the commercials. And this one is kind of dark. It is. It's dark. And it references the events in Civil War. I'm not going to spoil the commercial for you because I have a bigger fish to spoil, but it's dark. So after that, we go back into the dome. Wanda's trying to help the kids find the dog because the dog ran away, blah, blah, blah. Agnes finds the dog somehow in her bushes, right? Claims that the dog ate on some of the leaves and the leaves poisoned him and got him sick. And before she can realize how much of the leaves he ate, he was already dead. So that's when the kids, they say something real creepy in there. Sorry. They say, well, Mom, can't you bring people back to life? This, again, shocks Wanda. She's like, what? Bring people back to life? What you mean? Who told you that, kids? So, they talk about grief, and she comforts the kids, and Agnes is there the whole time, which kind of is a little unsettling to me. It's just something's not right. I don't think that Agnes is necessarily the big bad, but I don't think she's fully a force of good. It's something. It's like she's like right in the smack dab in the middle, because like the way she plays it is like she doesn't know certain things, but then she knows it, and it's like her and Wanda got some type of thing. They got it's something, and I can't wait till they reveal it. And I hope that when it's revealed, I'm banking on it being revealed in episode 7. Like I said, I'm banking on that reveal with Wanda and why she's doing this, how this all happened on her end. I'm banking on that being episode 7. So then after that, we go back inside the house. Wanda's cleaning up for the night. Vision comes back in the house, and Paul Bettany once again gives some of the best acting of his entire tenure in the Marvel Universe. They let Paul Bettany really shine right here, like for real. The way he played angry and went and yelled at Wanda, just trying to figure out what the heck's going on. We find out he doesn't really remember anything from before he got inside of the Hex. We realize he was really shaken up about his coworker, you know, basically spilling that information that he spilled to him. And it's just like, it's so crazy. They get into this little confrontation and everything. It's a really great sequence to watch. Again, definitely encourage you to watch this episode. And so now we're going to get to the end of the episode. The big spoiler, the big cheese. I've been here teasing it the whole time. So there's a knock at the door. But this time it's not Agnes. No. It is Pietro. Yes, Pietro Maximoff, a.k.a. Quicksilver. Oh, wow, you brought Quicksilver back from the dead from Age of Ultron. Oh, that's cool. No, because it wasn't that Quicksilver. Y'all know where I'm going with this. Spoiler alert. The spoiler has already been dropped, but I'm about to confirm it. So if you want to just shut your ears off, shut it off right now. Because in 3, 2, 1, here it goes. The Quicksilver from the X-Men movies. The Quicksilver from the X-Men movies is now in WandaVision, which means now the X-Men, an X-Men character from the X-Men movies we have been watching since 2000, have officially gotten a character to integrate into the MCU that we've been watching since 2008 with Iron Man. Are you kidding me? This is outstanding. This is amazing. And it leaves so many questions. I know the theorists have been going crazy all day long, and I know they're going to go crazy till next week, and they're probably going to go crazy the week after that until they can confirm in some way, shape, or form that this is how the X-Men are coming into the MCU. This is by far the craziest thing that Marvel has ever done. And it also makes so much sense. And it also opens up so many doors. And it also brings up so many questions about the ramifications that this has on the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is crazy. We have brought in a character from a different film universe into the main canon universe. What does this mean? What does this mean? This is amazing, Feige. This is amazing. So hats off. I'm not taking this hat off because I like my Marvel thing going here. But hats off, man. I thought that was amazing. They pulled it off. I thought it was great. Really excited about that. And as far as I can tell, I would imagine that Quicksilver is going to be in the next episode. I don't care if we get an explanation, but I would love an explanation. But as long as we get to see enough because I like that Quicksilver. That's a fan favorite Quicksilver. Like he had like the best speedster sequences, like to the point where when I saw his sequence in Days of Future Past, I was like, dang, how do you even want to do a Flash movie now? He took 90% of the Flash's shtick. It's crazy. But outside of that, this episode was great. It was a good episode. It was nice to return back to the sitcom format that we've been getting for the first 4 episodes. No, first 3 episodes. I know a lot of people weren't fans of that, but I feel like now we're finally striking that balance. We're getting the things that are happening outside of the sitcom world as well as things that are happening inside of the sitcom world. And you can see now that the show is heading in the direction where it's like we're going to start giving you answers, perspectives, more mysteries, and also more entertainment in terms of just expecting the unexpected, right? So I, for one, I really enjoyed this episode. I didn't enjoy it more than last week's episode, though. Last week's episode, I was more like, it was just more tense for me. But this episode wasn't so much tense. It was just really mysterious because now my brain is in the mode of, okay, what the hell is going on? So, and then of course, I had the spoilers, so that kind of messed it up for me a little bit. But I don't care. So like I said, I took it with a grain of salt. I didn't believe it until I saw it. And when I saw it, I was like, wow, this is crazy. So this episode overall, I give it where I gave some of the other episodes 5 stars. I'm giving this one about a 4.5. It's not me being harsh. It's just kind of where my mindset is on this episode. This is definitely the point where you have your big mid-season thing. Like if this was on television, this would be the mid-season finale, and then we'd have to wait a couple months for it to come back to television to get the rest of the answers. So this is the mid-season finale for me. So I'm very interested and, of course, very excited to see where it goes next. Definitely, guys, check out this episode because outside of the big reveal that I gave to you, right, there are so many other little things in this episode, so many different things said in this episode and done in this episode that's really going to have you thinking and really going to have you excited for the trajectory of the series as well as the trajectory for the rest of the MCU. I know definitely with them allegedly opening the door for the multiverse, there's been rumors about Spider-Man 3 and Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield coming back and blah, 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 blah. Amazing, incredible, outstanding. I support it, but I mean, I don't know. This was I don't know. We'll see. This was the ending of this episode really for me sets the bar really high for the next episode, and I cannot wait to watch it. I cannot wait to review it. Quick side note: my review next week might be either a lot earlier or a lot later because I have some obligations I have to take care of. AKA, I got to work. Yeah, I gotta go punch in on the man's clock. So my review might either be earlier or it might be later or it might be the next day. Either way, I'm definitely still going to be bringing you a WandaVision review next week because I can't do this. I can't watch this show and not come talk about it and give you a recap. But anyway, that's it for my review tonight. Thank you guys for all tuning in. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button down below. If you're not subscribed and you want to subscribe because our videos are awesome, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And most of all, make sure you guys stay safe out there. And if you haven't watched WandaVision yet, you can binge watch the first 5 episodes because they are available to binge on Disney Plus right now. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys tonight. Take care, and until next time, take care and stay breezy. Peace.